Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Nicole and today I'm going to give you guys a review of the Owlet baby monitor. I have been using it for the last year with my son, so I think that I have some really good points on whether or not this baby monitor could be what you are looking for in your baby monitor. The things that we're going to go over today are what comes in the box when you purchase the Owlet baby monitor, also an overview of the monitor just in general, and then I'm going to get into the pros and cons and then finish with why I would never buy this baby monitor again. So if you're interested in all of that information when it comes to the Owlet baby monitor, stay tuned in this video. All right, you guys, let's get into it. All right, so to start, let's go over what comes in the box when you buy the Owlet monitor. It comes with the camera and a magnetic base, a power cord. It also comes with the mounting base that it screws into your wall. Then it comes with a cable box that allows you to wrap up any excess cable that could be hanging, and it is protected in a snap together box so your child can't grab the cord. And it also comes with adhesive cord protectors that go up your wall that keeps the cord from being able to be grabbed by your baby. Now let's talk about the Owlet in general. This camera is a baby monitor that connects directly to an app. So as stated with what comes in the box, it does not come with a monitor that you can carry around with you. It only connects directly to the app. The Owlet camera can also link directly with the Owlet Smart Sock. So if you're planning on using the Owlet sock, they do work cohesively together in the same app. The app gives you a temperature gauge of the temperature in your baby's room. It also allows you to listen in on anything going on in that room, and it gives you the ability to talk back. So you can turn on a microphone and speak from the camera into your baby's room. It also will read off all of the socks readings in the app as well. The app does connect with your Wi-Fi, and that is how it communicates with your camera or your sock. It also gives you the opportunity to adjust the level of sound quality and video quality depending on what you would like to have. You can also set up notifications depending on the level of sensitivity you would like it to notify to you. Another thing that the app allows you to do is to connect multiple socks or multiple cameras, and it allows you to have different settings for each child. Next, I'm going to go over the pros and cons that I've found while using the Owlet baby monitor and the app. First, let's start with the pros. I think the number one pro of this baby monitor is the quality of the camera. I have used a few other baby monitors while babysitting other people's kids, and the quality that comes through the monitor just has never been as good as this Owlet. Especially when my son was very little, it was nice to be able to look on the baby monitor and I could see his chest rising and falling every time he took a breath, and that gave me so much peace of mind, especially because I never used the Owlet sock. So the sock can tell you the level of their oxygen and things like that, which may be something that would make you not actually look to see if their chest was rising or falling, but I liked that in the camera I had that ability to. Another nice feature that goes with the quality of the image is also the fact that it has a daytime mode and a nighttime mode, and it automatically adjusts depending on the level of light in your room. So sometimes if it's really cloudy outside and his room has less light, it will automatically put it into nighttime mode. Another big pro that I think a lot of people will find is the fact that it does connect to the sock. because if you want to use the Owlet sock, but then you purchase a different baby monitor, they won't be able to work together. So if you were thinking about getting the Owlet sock, it would probably be a really good option to have the camera as well. Also, if you buy them together, they do end up giving you a bundle discount, so that's another thing to think about. Another pro of the Owlet baby monitor app would be the fact that you can adjust the level of sound or movement to give you a notification. So I found that I would turn the level of sensitivity for sound up and down until I found something that would work good for me. Sometimes sounds outside of the room would send me a sound notification. So I adjusted it so that it would only notify me when he would actually start talking or crying in his crib, and it wouldn't pick up any kind of sounds outside of his room. So it can be very sensitive, or you can have it be where it has to be very loud before it will send you a notification. And that's also the same with movement. And it's nice because every person might have a different level of when they want to be notified if their kid is moving or if their kid's awake. So it is especially important that everybody can adjust their settings to what they find works best for them and their family. The next thing I am going to get into is the cons. And the first thing I'm going to share is probably my biggest con. And that is the fact that the app doesn't always want to connect to the camera. It goes in and out a lot, and sometimes I can't see the camera at all. And it just keeps loading and loading and loading and tells me it can't connect. And this is particularly frustrating because if you want to see your baby, you want to see your baby then. You don't want to wait for the app to load over and over and over again. And we live in a pretty populated suburban area. We get great Wi-Fi. We have multiple security cameras that we have running throughout our whole house, and we have no issue with our Wi-Fi with anything else in our house. So I really don't think it's a Wi-Fi connection issue since we have all of our regular cameras going on and they're running so frequently. So I have kind of decided maybe we would just put one of our security cameras in his room, because then I wouldn't have this loading issue with the camera. And that's really my biggest issue, is I want to see him right away. And I think that that might be an issue with any camera that has an app and you don't have an actual monitor. This is something that I plan to look into with more cameras, more baby monitors, so please stay tuned for that. I'm planning on doing a few more reviews to kind of tell you guys, is it just a baby monitor to baby app issue, or if it is just an Owlet issue. Another thing that I think is a con, which could be very personable, so this is why I want to share it with you guys, just in case you think this way, but I don't like that it's only a live feed. I do wish that it had a recorded feed, just because sometimes my son, especially now that he is older, he wakes up and he plays in his crib for a little bit before he actually starts making noises where I can hear him at all. Especially in the mornings, he'll wake up and play in his crib. So I would like the ability to look back to know exactly what time he woke up, just for scheduling. I like to be able to be like, okay, he's been awake for these many hours before we go on to, naps or things like that. So if that's important to you, I think that it would be kind of a important thing for maybe baby monitor companies to look at, so that they have more of a recorded and not just a live feed option, which is another reason why I'm thinking about maybe just putting our security cameras in his room, since I know that they are secure and they cannot be hacked by people, which I think is another reason why some people are kind of concerned about baby monitors, is whether or not it's a safe way to watch your baby. And my third con, I think, goes to using a baby monitor that has to connect to an app. So whenever I go into the app, I have to obviously wait for the app to load before it will start streaming the camera, and that causes a delay. So I can hear him myself in the house, and then it takes 10 seconds before it shows up on the camera. And when using baby monitors that are more direct and there's not an app involved and you have an actual monitor you can look at, I've noticed that relay time is shorter, and then you don't have to wait for the image to load because it's constantly streaming that image. So if that's something that's important to you and you want to have the image right away and you don't want to be waiting for it to load, that's something also I think you should think about.
Another con I want to share with you guys is that these things have little pieces of contact paper or like sticky, like 3M tape or something on them, but it does not stick very well, and it's very easy to pop off, and it sometimes comes off all on its own, and then you have to go and restick it. My son at about 9 months was able to start popping off this cable protector, and this part right here has a sticky like 3M on it too, and obviously it's not sticking anymore. It just keeps falling down on its own. So it's another thing to consider if you're interested in the fact that this camera comes with these protectors on its own. The functionality is there in concept, but not there so much when it comes to reality.
So now I want to share with you guys why I personally am not planning on buying this Owlet baby monitor again. First, I never was interested in using the Owlet sock. So I think that if I am not planning on connecting an Owlet sock to the baby monitor, then there's no reason really to have this baby monitor, especially because I've had so many issues with the image not loading to the app or taking a long time, having connection issues. So I think if I were to buy a baby monitor again, I would spend less money and just have one that would stream directly to a monitor that can be taken around the house, especially because if you're using your phone for something, you have to exit out of whatever you're in and then open up the baby monitor. So that can also be a con if that's something that you have an issue with, which I have never really had a problem with the fact that I have to use my phone because my phone's usually always on me. I don't have to worry about carrying a baby monitor around. But if it's not gonna load anyways, then I think I would rather just have a monitor that I can carry with me, knowing that if he's having a nap time and I'm working in my office, I can just have the baby monitor sitting next to me. I have thought about just using our security cameras since they tend to have a really good image and I can look at them whenever I want through an app on my phone as well. So if you're thinking about buying a baby monitor, really read into all the different pros and cons people have found. I have looked on a lot of reviews of the Owlet baby monitor, and I've found a lot of people who had similar issues with their monitor not connecting. Once the baby monitor did connect, it does have very good quality. So it's about what matters most to you and what is going to be best for your family. But for our next baby, I am planning on trying a different baby monitor to see if it works better. I hope you found this video helpful when trying to decide what baby monitor you're going to purchase or maybe put on your registry for your baby. All right, you guys, thanks for watching, and please think about subscribing and give this video a thumbs up so that I know to make some more baby product reviews for you guys, so that hopefully you don't have to spend the money to realize that something maybe just isn't worth the money. See you guys next time. Bye.